can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind, 'cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine.
You can dance if you want to. I hope you like the new intro to the Silver Lion. I don't know if it's going to get demonetized yet, even though my channel's not monetized or copyright strike, so it may come off soon, but we'll test it and see what this video does. Today we're going to do some gold panning. We are going to pan this gold chase pay dirt in the old tin, the Silver Lion tin, and we've got the gold pan. This is from the Gold Chase eBay. It is called Natural Pure Alaskan Yukon Gold Pay Dirt. Guaranteed gold. But it looks like play sand. So we're going to get into this video and we're going to see if there's any gold in it. When you're buying pay dirts, you buy the one that says guaranteed gold, but the amount of gold. It say we're guaranteed 1 gram of gold in this bag, and then you can send it back if there's not a gram in there. But these are not guaranteed of a minimum amount. So whatever's in here, if I get 1 flake of gold, I can't complain to the company and say there's no gold, because it says guaranteed gold. So 1 flake counts as a flake of gold in your pay dirt. If there's no gold, I can send it back and say there wasn't. But there might be a bit of fuss on eBay trying to send it back, but we'll see. I'm in this not to get rich. I'm in this to show you how companies rip people off with pay dirt. So let's get into this video. Right, guys. Fairy liquid I use because gold is hydrophobic and it floats. So I put a drop of this in just to break the surface tension of the water. So small gold floats. So when you put bubbles in there, it just stops the surface tension and it stops the small bits of flour gold floating and escaping. I think I put too much water in my pan. Right, let's get on to the next step. Right, guys, so next step, open your bag, put it in a classifier. I just use a kitchen sieve. This material's wet, so we might have to classify it while it's wet. In these bags, when you open them, gold likes to get trapped inside them bags. You see all the dirt stuck to it. So always rinse this out with water and tip it in your sieve. So get that bag nice and clean, because gold likes to stay trapped in the bottom of these bags. So make sure you rinse that out. So by doing that, what we'll do, we'll just put it in the water, give it a good shake, and do that once or twice. Obviously the material's already wet. There's loads of water in this, loads of muck in this bag still. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera just to get the bag clean. Get any trapped gold in there out of the bag. Get it nice and clean. Right, we've rinsed the bag out. As you can see in here, it looks like river gravel now. So you just give it a good shake, get all the sand through and leave all the rocks. If there's any big nuggets, it will stay in this sieve. So you just just stratify it a bit, get it all mixed up, and any fine gold will go through the sieve, and any big nuggets, if there is ever any big nuggets in pay dirt, will land in this top tray here. And I don't think there is any, but we'll have a closer look and inspect it in a minute. Let me just change the water. Right, here we have a kitchen strainer. And now it's a good idea to look through your gravels, because if there's any big nuggets that the company have missed, which I 100% doubt they don't, they only add typical flour gold. But this is where the nuggets will be. And also, a lot of companies like to put a silver bar in there, or a little coin, or something like that. And you get some little gemstones and minerals. See, like this one. I don't know what that is. If anyone in the comments knows what that is. It looks quite interesting rock, that. Might be some sort of mineral. But at the end, I'll put all these rocks to the side and we'll have a closer look through. I've bought a magnifying glass for my phone. So we'll stick them off to the side. Any rocks that look like, is that a bit of quartz? It looks like flint. I think that's a bit of flint. But first inspections, I'm not seeing any nuggets. Or there might be garnets in here, all sorts of stuff. But you just got to know, I don't really look for the gems, I just look for the gold, baby. But I can't see any gold in there. not big bits anyway. But we'll pan this out separate to the miner's kitchen strainer, which is here. I'm just letting the water settle in that one for a bit. So what we'll do, we'll pan the big one first and see if there's any nuggets in here or any pickers. We might find a little chunk of gold in there. Doubt it though. Right, so this is the plus kitchen strainer. So what you want to do, you want to fill it with water so much, and you want to give it a good shake left and right. And what this does, it stratifies all the heavies to the bottom of the pan. So any gold, which is heavier, floats to the bottom. So when you're gold panning, and then once you've stratified it all and you give it a good shake, get all the rocks washed and whatnot, what you want to do is you tip the pan into the water and drain off the excess water, the cloudy material, any light stuff. But then all you do, use these ripples in the pan. You go up and down, create like a wave in the pan. And what you do, you wash all the muck off the rocks, and then you go back to stratifying again. But what we've got here, it needs classifying because this is the heavier stuff, so it's all the big rocks. So what I'll do, I'm going to use my hands to get the big rocks out and leave the little stuff in there. You can classify it again, but all this big stuff here is what we don't want. So quickly off camera, I'm just going to get rid of all the big stuff that's making this awkward before we move on to the finer mesh stuff. So give me 2 minutes. So we've got rid of the big stuff now, and there's no big nuggets in there, as you can see. This will make it a bit easier. I'm not expecting any gold in this bit, but if there is, it would be a nice, this should be the biggest bit of gold in the whole bag, what we find in here. So now, you just wash the rocks off and go down till you've got a little bit left in the bottom. Just dip it in, dip it out, and all the top stuff floats away. And then you re-stratify it. It'll work better with the kitchen strainer stuff, what we did. But this is the heavies, so it's, once you get the hang of it, it's a bit more awkward doing the heavies, but you can see more if any gold disappears. And the idea of catching it in this tray at the bottom, if I miss any gold, I'll re-pan it after and see if there's any gold that I've missed in the tailings. So see how I'm washing all the big stuff off? And that's probably about as far down as I want to take it if I can see any visible gold. So we'll rinse this off. Oops, sugar, dropped it. A little bit of water in your pan, and then just bring it back like that. Well, no, I did that wrong. So even I'm still learning. Get a bit more gone. I don't think there's any gold in here anyway. Get a bit more off. And what we'll do now is we'll spin that back. I might need to put the light on. I can't reveal the pan because I've got one hand. And you sort of tilt your water around like that and you bring it all back. All the stuff that's rubbish comes to this end. And I can't do it with one hand. I need some pan skills myself. I'm just going to quickly look at this off camera and then I'll show you the results. Right, so we've got to the end of the big stuff and that's all that's in there. There is no big gold. So a lot of them look like gold, but they're not. So let's get onto the miner's kitchen strainer and see if we've got any small gold. Right, this is the smaller stuff. You can see it just looks like bare sand in there. All that other stuff. So I've not got my high hopes for this, but it's the same again. I've got a different pan now because I left it in the other pan. Stratify it all. Give it all a good mix so the gold sinks to the bottom and then tip out all the crap. And then you're left. We probably will get a lot of black sand in the bottom of this, but I have not used, you can use a magnet to get rid of the black sand, but I don't think there's going to be that much in here. So you repeat the process. Give it a good stratify. And then wash all the useless stuff off the top. It's probably all useless stuff in this bag anyway. So do that once or twice. Get it back down. So see how we're losing all material off the top? It all comes sliding out. That's probably about enough. Do it again. And we should be at the end after one or two more times. I might tip it in the other pan actually so you can see better. Or it might reveal it better in this pan. I think that's about as far. I'll do a little bit more. Give it another shake so all the gold sinks to the bottom. And then the last one, just wash the top off. Obviously you lot in America probably do this better than me, know what you're doing. But I don't get a chance to go to any rivers because I don't live near any gold deposits in England. I'm right in the middle of the UK. So it's quite hard for me to go gold panning, but it'd be nice to go on a trip. Right, let me go and stratify this down and look back in there, 2 seconds. Right, we've got this back to what we want. And you're gonna be shocked at this, right? Do not buy gold from Gold Chase Paydirt. This is the reveal. I have to go to the light. There is gold in here, but it is tiny. Look at that. That is shocking. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiny specks. And you can't even see them in that sand. That's how small they are. But what I'll do, I'll clean this up, get to the end, and I'll show you exactly what was in that bag. That is shocking. Gold Chase Paydirt on eBay, do not buy it. This is why I'm making these videos, to expose these companies. This is what they do, rip you off. Now the price of this was £14. Now there's not even 20 pence worth of gold in this pan. They just rip you off left, right and centre. So that is crazy. Let me try and put it in this black pan, see if you can see it better. But I will go through my tailings and see if there's any I've missed. I doubt it though. Texture of the stuff was just sand. All right, let's go over here. See if you can see. That is the gold. It's about 6, 7 specks. Tiny. Oh, blow me. Right, it's in the black pan. You can probably see it a bit better now. But that is shocking. Gold Chase Paydirt, do not buy it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a little tiny one there. 8 little specks of gold in there. 8 little specks of gold. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking, Gold Chase Paydirt. Link in the eBay page below, and we'll clean this up and get it out and show you exactly what was in here. What a rip-off. Now, just for comparison, there is a British penny. 1 British penny next to the gold, what we got. And that is shocking. My tweezers are even bent. You can only see them on the zoom in camera. I can't even focus through the camera to see it. And to a Liberty Eagle. Look at the size of the gold. That is shocking. Do not buy gold from Gold Chase Paydirt on eBay. That is what you'll end up with. £14 down the pan. So yeah, let's get this under the microscope. That is under the macro lens on my fingertip. Well, it looks like real gold. What do you guys think in the comments then of this Paydirt? Let me know. So, we've got a little bit of gold, but not much. So don't buy Paydirt, guys. But I'm going to continue to buy it and see if we ever get rich. So, that has been the Silver Lion Paydirt reviews from the Gold Chase Paydirt company on eBay. Yeah. What do you think in the comments? Let me know. Right, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Peace out, guys.
In the days of 49